Hey, Whippersnappers, this is Tortimer with the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Subday battles. This week we have the Relic Challenge, where you could only use prehistoric Pokemon, so like fossil Pokemon or Pokemon that in their Pokedex entries read something along the lines of has been around since prehistoric times, or is, things like that. So Scad decided, actually most of you guys, I think I was the only one who didn't do a Little Cup challenge this week. Scad was the one who brought us the challenge, and so we're leading off with him. He's got Zoroark out, and Zoroark is going to switch out when the Vulpix comes in. Scad's got a nice mix of Fossilmons and other Pokemon, so he's got Relic, and little Ammonite Greyjoy goes down there. Anubis comes in, so his Yamask? Yeah, Yamask, that's the thing's name. It talks about how, it's a reincarnated dead person, things like this, so things from olden days. Timber's gonna come in here in Pain Split, which is Anubis Pain Splits. Timber doesn't Pain Split. Anubis gets Pain Split off, and then a good Shadow Ball before going down to the Fire Punch, which is boosted by the Sun. Trick Room's gonna wear off, which is gonna give Titan a leg up on the Timber. Well, should've. Yikes! I didn't realize how slow Golett was. Timber's not really a speedy one, but I would have thought with the Trick Room done, that would have been helping out. But Roarim comes in and is going to take a Dark Pulse from the Heal tile and go down, which is going to leave Scad with just his Lileep and his Zoroark there. Lileep's going to take the Hidden Power, no trouble, and get a good Giga Drain off on the Heal tile. At which point he's going to get a Dark Pulse, which crits and still doesn't do very much, leaving Lily wide open to take care of the Heliot tile. Bellsprout then comes in and is going to use the Growth to boost its stats here, and Lily's going to use the Earth Power, which is going to do pretty good against the Poison-type Bellsprout, but the Sludge Bomb comes out and does pretty well as well, so thankfully Lily's able to kill Bellsprout before it's able to end it, but still a hard hit from the Bellsprout. Nosepass takes the time to set up its speed, but Lily one-shots it, so it doesn't really even matter. But yeah, so a fun submission from Scad. Thank you, Scad, for the interesting challenge and for giving us a submission this week. Greatly appreciate those of you guys who continue submissions week to week. But yeah, a fun little team, and let's see what the rest of you guys have brought to us this week. Alrighty guys, let's take a look. Alright guys, here we go with a battle from a first-time submission from Battle Choco Arrest. And Choco's been a sub of ours for quite some time, and so this is the first time that they've gotten in on the action with the Subday challenges, so I appreciate new people coming in all the time to giving us submissions. So he's got quite a mix as well, a couple of Fossilmons with Amora and Kabuto, but then he's got a Yamask as well, a Golett as well, a Boltoy, and a Larvesta. So all kind of ancient-y Pokemon here. The Trico hides behind its protecting itself from the Larvesta. Apparently Larvesta, with Trico with half its special attack, the Larvesta resists the Giga Drain so much it doesn't take any damage at all, which is hilarious. Bellsprout's going to come in and give a hard knockoff to Choco's Yamask, and Larvesta's going to kind of shrug that off and then come in with the Flare Bits and take care of the Trico. Larvesta's going to end up being pretty useful given that this guy seems to have a mono grass team, so the Shiny Oddish is going to stand no chance against the Larvesta, although it is taking lots of recoil, so it may not last past this turn. Let's see. Nope, go ahead and takes itself out there, leaving Kabuto and Golett up to take on the Fungus. Golett's going to get the Ice Punch off, which is going to do good damage, and Fungus goes for the Spore, so that's going to give it a little bit of an advantage here in taking out the Golett. Golett's going to stay in, and finally going to wake up, which is going to let it land the Ice Punch, but even with the extra life taken back from the Giga Drain, not enough to save the Fungus. So Coco had a good battle here, and I appreciate, sir, for you to give us a submission again. It's always great to have new people submitting, as we're starting to lose some people who have been submitting throughout. It's good to get some fresh blood in here, so I appreciate it greatly. And again, another great little cup match with some cool Pokemon. So I think we've got one more submission before we get to mine. So let's dive right into it, shall we? Alright guys, here we go with battle number 3, and we've got another submission from Sub Thunder Rainbow, who has been another faithful submitter for these, so thank you again, Thunder, I truly appreciate it. And he comes out strong with the Golett, and he's going to get the Drain Punch off, and Golett's able to withstand a couple of moves here, which is very, very nice, and able to knock out the Sandile. So that works out very nice for him. Carvanha's going to come in, and, ooh, Blizzard. Would have expected Aqua Jet there, but Carvanha goes for the Blizzard, and then starts racking up speed boosts. The Bronzong is going to, Bronzor is going to actually force out the Carvanha, which is interesting. I would think that Carvanha would have been more than a match for Bronzor, but maybe he's got other plans for it. So, Nico Forest is gonna, Nike Forest? Whatever, he's gonna take out the Torchic without a whole lot of trouble. Especially recycle berry juice. I didn't know. That's an interesting tactic. May have to play around with that for Road to Rank if that series ever comes back. Leo's going to be throwing up the Fire Blast, but not going to hit very many of them, which is going to give Nicoforus a chance to also remove the Leo from the field. So doing good work there. Then the Floette is going to come in. Not something you would typically necessarily think of as a Relic ancient Pokemon, but Thunder cited in his submission that he was drawing on AZ's Floette from the end of X and Y. That Pokemon had been around for thousands of years, so I'll call it. As long as you guys could make any kind of justification for which ones you're choosing, I figured I'd let it slide, because why not? Floette's gonna get a hard Ice Fang here before throwing up the Wish, and gonna get the Protect up here, so a good play there. I'm gonna be able to get some health back. That Carvanha's hitting pretty hard, so although no, it's gonna do some work. All right, so that works out very nicely. Delius is gonna throw up the Protect, and Carvanha's gonna come back with the Blizzard, which is an odd move. I don't know if I've ever seen a Carvanha throwing Blizzard around before, but we're gonna be able to land the Toxic here on the Carvanha, and then we're gonna throw up the Protect again to just kind of let that tick down. So Thunder's using some good strats here. They really don't have anything they can do against it, and then finally the Moonblast comes out and takes the Carvanha off the field. Scraggy's going to come in with the knockoff, which is going to get rid of the Eviolite, but one Moonblast is going to get rid of the Scraggy, so not much trouble there at all. So yeah, a good battle from Thunder. Didn't even have to get to most of his Pokemon. I think he only used 3 of them: the Golett, the Bronzor, and the Flabebe. Yeah, Flabebe, that's what that thing is. So it would have been cool to see the Tyrant and stuff, but hey, if you can get a win without bringing out half your team, go for it. Alrighty guys, here we go. We'll jump into my battle for the week. Alright guys, here we go with the final battle of this week's Subday challenge. I decided to go for an Ubers team because I wanted to play around with like Primal Groudon and things like that. And before I got to my channel, I just saw like 2 or 3 Little Cup ones filter in. So I was like, well, I definitely don't want to do Little Cup then. I figured I'd get a little bit of variety for you guys. So Armaldo's able to come in and get the rock set up. And then a couple of Earthquakes is going to take out the Infernape. So that works, or just one Earthquake, I think, is all I ended up having to do. Took a couple close combats, but then one Earthquake took it out. Groudon comes in. I misclicked there. I meant to bring out Mamoswine, but Groudon ended up working out to at least force out the Torterra. And unfortunately, the Darkrai is going to be able to get the Primal, or the Dark Void off, which puts Groudon to sleep. So I end up switching him out because now I won't fall prey to the Darkrai anymore. So unfortunately, Primal Groudon ended up getting relegated to Sleep Claws bait, but whichever. Excadrill comes in, is able to Rapid Spin away the rocks, but then Mamoswine's going to get the Earthquake off and take down the Excadrill. At which point Torterra comes in. Torterra's going to take a hard Ice Shard and leave a hard Earthquake there, but Mamoswine's able to tank it and get another one off to finish off the Torterra, leaving them just with Charizard and Gengar against the rest of our team. At which point I leave Mamoswine in. I'm like, well, I got so much other things. I don't want to like just switch Mamoswine out, let somebody else take the hit. So I brought in Kabutops. Kabutops is going to easily be able to take care of the Charizard, which is going to leave me with 5-on-1 here with we kind of took good care of our opponent just like Thunder did last time. So I bring in the Mew, I get the knockoff off, which is going to do some good damage, get rid of the choice specs, which means he's no longer locked into the Energy Ball. Credilli's going to come in and take a stat lowering from the Energy Ball, and then a Confuse Ray. So that's a little bit nuts there, but Cordelia's able to Yes, confused. Hit itself once, but then came in with the rock slide, got the crit, and took out the Gengar. So I think I did get around to everybody on my team at least once, mainly because I was like, oh, I want to show variety. And more than anything, I think I probably could have handled that with fewer Pokemon for sure. But yeah, I think it was a fun battle. I enjoyed putting this team together and playing with them. Unfortunate that Primal Groudon got relegated to sleep fodder, but it happens. I actually had another replay. I had left it in the tab, and then at some point the room expired or something. I don't know. I couldn't get access to the replay, so I had to get another one going. But I think this one worked out pretty well. We got to see everybody, and we did pretty well against a reasonably decent team there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this week's Subday challenge. There's going to be a week break in between these, but I'm going to give you the challenge anyway. Maybe some of you guys will actually get a chance to get some submissions in, because I know life gets busy, and I know some of you who have said, oh yeah, I'm going to be working on one this week, have yet to get some in time for these things to get recorded. So yeah, what we're going to be doing this week is brought to us by Erin Cerise. She has suggested the Not Fully Evolved Challenge NFE, and that means you cannot use any Pokemon that are in their final stage of evolution, nor Pokemon, I would say, that cannot evolve. So no like Farfetch'd or anything like that. They have to be non-fully evolved Pokemon. Generally, I'm not the expert in this field, but I believe that generally these are like mid-stage Pokemon as well. I don't think that generally like Little Cup Pokemon are generally considered for it. But I'm going to say just in general, no Little Cup for this challenge. I love Little Cup, but I figure that's always not fully evolved. So for the purposes of this channel, some tier besides Little Cup, so that you guys are going up against fully evolved Pokemon, but with a unfully evolved team. So look forward to seeing your submissions this week. There will be a link in the description. Aaron provided a link to, I think, a Bulbapedia article that goes into detail on what NFE means. I may have gotten it completely wrong, but you guys can check that out and see. Make sure you get your submissions in. Like I said, there's going to be a week break, so next weekend there's going to be an OU battle that's coming out on Sunday instead. As you guys may be aware, I'm pre-recording like 3 weeks of content here, so I'm going to be traveling, and then my wife's going to be off work and things like that, so recording's not really going to be possible for like half of the month of March at the very least. So I've been trying to stack things up, so there is going to be a week break, but continue to work on your NFE challenge and get those submissions in as soon as you can, so you don't forget, because when I do get back, like 2 weeks from now, yeah, it'll be like 2 weeks from now when I'm recording the episode for the next. It'll be just a couple days before that one goes out, so you've got plenty of time. But get them in. NFE challenge link will be in the description to give you better details if you're not fully aware of what all that entails. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Tortimer the Grain. You guys have been great. Make sure those likes, comments, and subscriptions for me, guys. And please, I mean, we still get decent views on this, so we're still getting people who are watching this. Get in there into Showdown and try some of this stuff out. These have been fun challenges, and I think you guys would enjoy seeing some more variety in the submissions, or just a more quantity of submissions. I think this is a fun little series. So thank you guys so much for watching. Tortimer the Gray, you guys are great. Have a good one.